1,000 years of culture and like the world's biggest sporting event.
2,000. Go back to Jomon Jidai.
Okay.
2,000 years of culture.
2,000 years of culture. And the biggest crowning achievement at the Olympics is the fucking convenience store.
So
well done.
Hey everybody, welcome to Small Talk Japan. On this podcast, we talk about all things Japan in English. My name is Mitch, these are my co-hosts.
Natsuki.
And Alex, hey, what's up?
And today we're talking about a topic that actually Natsuki picked.
Yes, I found an article.
You found an article?
Yes,
Okay.
about Japan had the Olympic Games recently, right?
We all remember how successfully crappy that was.
Successfully crappy.
And like how all the major CEOs in Japan were against it. And like, anyway, whatever, that's a different podcast. Sorry, continue.
Oh, okay. And one journalist from Canada
Yeah.
fall in love 7-Eleven, and he posted a lot of items from 7-Eleven to his Twitter, and then everybody many Japanese people follow it,
Yeah.
and then people think that we are happy to see that he loves 7-Eleven so
So
much.
wait. So this is a Canadian reporter.
Yeah.
And he was reporting on the Olympics.
Yeah.
I see. And then he went to 7-Eleven.
Every day.
So wait, I thought that they were like supposed to stay in like the Olympic Village and they weren't supposed to
Maybe
leave.
there was a 7-Eleven inside the Olympic.
You could go
village.
out of the hotel, but
Oh,
you had
okay.
to be accompanied by some security or something like that, or check back in when you came back. So they were all going to the convenience stores to eat,
Oh really?
basically, for the whole thing. But that was the only place you were supposed to go.
Oh, okay.
So the journalists got a lot of combini use
Yeah.
while they were there.
Oh, because that's the only thing that they could
yeah,
do.
that's basically all they could do. So,
I see.
Yeah.
I also heard this is not convenience related, but if you go near the Olympic Village and you turn on Tinder, it's like wow.
Really?
Apparently, this is reported on social media, but it's like all the Olympians are on there, and they're looking good, right? So, it's just like swipe. Which one is yes? Right?
I don't know.
don't
You know
know.
better than I do.
I don't
What are you
know.
looking at me for?
Swipe right, no, what do you call it? Like marathon, just like
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
going like this.
Wow.
That's
Sorry,
crazy.
that's what I heard on social media.
Wow.
Wow.
As Josh eats a family chicken from a convenience store.
Yeah.
Let's get back to convenience stores.
Okay. So according to him, many reporters from overseas
Yeah.
eats convenience store food every day, and they really love it.
Okay.
Right.
And so I thought, the article was, the name of the article was "True Olympic Winner is a Convenience Store" or something like that.
So like the winner of the Olympic Games is the Japanese convenience store.
Yeah.
So 1,000 years of culture and like the world's biggest sporting event.
2,000. Go back to Jomon Jidai.
Okay.
2,000 years of culture.
2,000 years of culture. Let's say 3,000 years of culture. And the biggest crowning achievement at the Olympics is the fucking convenience store. Well done.
Yeah, but
Good job.
That's the hook right there. That's the hook right there.
it's a really a special thing for people in other world. I mean,
Other worlds.
Other world.
Did the people come here on the Bifrost? Did they come with like Thor and shit to the Olympic Games
Yeah.
in Tokyo to go to the fucking 7-Eleven Natsuki?
Yeah.
So I was wondering, is there such a differences between like
To be honest, like they've got really good in recent years.
Uh-huh.
Japanese convenience stores, they've got better than they used to be.
Yeah.
And they are very good compared to what we've got.
do
People
you-
like it a lot, right?
in England, are there such stores in?
We have like big supermarkets, so the
yeah,
supermarkets
supermarket.
are really good.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they've got loads of stuff, loads of different types of food and things like that. But there aren't really smaller shops that have got such a variety of convenient stuff.
I see. Oh.
So you don't really see them on street corners quite regularly or whatever.
Can I ask you a question about your supermarkets that I saw in that claymation children's show? I forgot. Shaun the Sheep.
Right, okay.
When you guys call it a trolley, right?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shopping cart.
Yeah.
When you guys get the shopping cart, you trade it off to another customer and then like you pass coin? What is this?
What?
Apparently, like, whenever you want to get a trolley, you have to, like, rent it for, like, a quarter or something like that. Or quid or whatever.
Yeah, it depends. Some supermarkets should put a pound coin in
Yeah.
to use it.
So instead of doing that, what you guys do is you just trade it to the next customer and you exchange the cash. So, like, you never actually pay the store. You just keep passing it down to the next person.
Some people might do that, but I've never done it or seen it. So I don't know why.
Sorry, I saw that. It was either Shaun the Sheep or something like that. Some British thing. I was just like, what are you guys? Why are you paying for the shopping carts?
Yeah. No, it's not everywhere that does it, though.
Okay.
Just some chains do that, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But-
Sorry, completely sidelined there.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's go back to the Olympic champion 7-Eleven.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, convenience stores that aren't just 7-Eleven, right? There's loads of different ones.
Can
Okay,
you name?
So,
Can you name?
Name as many as you can.
Oh, okay.
You know better than we do.
Yeah,
I can do it, man.
Go on then.
let's go.
Oh, okay. 7-Eleven, Lawson, Family Mart.
That's the top. That's the biggest three ones.
I can do more. Let's do it.
何があるっけ
do you want me-
Thanks.
Okay,
it's,
songs?
It's
Circle K.
Yeah,
Circle
Circle
K.
K. Mini Stop.
Mini stop.
Mini stop.
iShop.
iShop. Maybe in Kyushu though.
But still, it's
Ori なんだっけ
Daily なんとか。
で
Daily.
山崎デイリーストア
Yamazaki Daily.
everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
Countryside ね
Yeah.
What? You calling me a bumpkin over here?
That's Popular. Some part of Japan
It's
they
called
have
Popura.
Popular.
Popura.
It's the name of the tree maybe? Popular.
Oh.
Maybe.
What else we got, Josh? I know you're Googling this. Japanese convenience
Seijo
stores.
Ishii, would that count?
Is that the convenience
It's
store?
like
It-
mini
It's like a
supermarket.
mini
right?
supermarket,
Yeah,
right?
I
and,
like Seijo
Yeah,
Ishii.
Seijo Ishii is a expensive supermarket.
Yeah, it's my
image.
favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luxury supermarket.
Luxury.
Yeah, I think those are the main ones. Lawson, Family Mart, 7-Eleven. Those are your main three, right? Wherever you go.
They're everywhere, right?
All of them are from America, right? Basically. No?
So let's go down the list. So 7-Eleven is from America.
Okay.
Funny story about 7-Eleven. So 7-Eleven USA was a thing. It still is a thing. And it came to Japan, I forgot when, sometime. And the Japanese branch of the 7-Eleven store, because it took off, it became a huge thing in Japan. The Japanese side of the 7-Eleven franchise actually became more like profitable and like larger than the American side. So, and I could be getting the facts wrong about this, but I think at some point the Japanese side bailed out the American side that was going to go bankrupt. And if you go to an American 7-Eleven, it's basically unkempt. You got crackheads in front of the door. You got drug deals going behind the 7-Eleven. The people at the counter do not speak proper English, and I'm not saying they're from different countries. They're born in America. They just okay. And the crowning jewel of the American 7-Eleven is the fucking Slurpee.
Oh, the ice drink thing.
Yeah,
right?
it's like frozen high fructose corn syrup with food coloring in it. Basically, cancer in a can. Okay.
I liked it.
And that's it. That's the only thing that the food that they have these things, I think they're called Tostitos or something, and they have like hot dogs that sit on these oily rollers, and they've been put in there on Thursday, and they just sit there until the next Thursday.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
And then it's the most horrific experience in your fucking life. I hate America. And the super big gulp is responsible for probably half the cases of diabetes in America. And because what it is like, for about $1.50, you can get like maybe 2 liters of Pepsi or Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper or something like
Jesus.
that. And it comes in a plastic cup. And if you keep that plastic cup, which isn't even like a quality plastic cup, it's like a thin little crappy plastic cup. But if you keep it and you go back, you can get a refill for like 80 cents. Did you just look up the price of it? What is it?
No, I just looked up the 7-Eleven Big Gulp special cup that they sell on Amazon is 3 liters.
Oh.
Jesus.
And you see these, let's just call them blue collar workers who show up to 7-Eleven in the morning and then they get one of these and then they go work a construction job or something like that. And so they're basically like tweaked out on sugar all day long. And then at the end of the day, they sugar crash. And that's when you see all the fighting and the what is it called? WorldStar.com, all those videos of people fight. That's because of all this crap that they're eating, man.
So
See,
people
like-
actually buy this stuff then?
Oh yeah, in droves. It's horrible.
Wow.
And actually, convenience stores are very, very popular. This is super controversial what I'm about to say, but convenience stores and soda and high fructose corn syrup are very popular on native lands. On reservations, and it's why high levels of diabetes. And there's all sorts of reasons for that, but it's just garbage, man. It's all garbage.
Yeah, it looks like America.
Yeah, diabetes.
Don't
just
they
generally-
buy, water? No?
Oh, we have water, but who buys that shit?
Just don't drink anything bigger than your own head is the rule, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you and I would both drink a giant, like, what is it called? A Stein?
A stein of beer, yeah.
A beer
that's
at like
different.
Oktoberfest.
That's different.
Oh, okay. Alcohol is different, guys. Sugar,
Beer's okay.
Beer is okay.
But like 7-Eleven here is nothing like that, right? It's a very different thing in Japan.
Yeah, can one of you guys describe Japanese 7-Eleven?
Can you?
No, Natsuki, actually, we've had many comments that said,
Yeah.
hey, we love the show. Why doesn't Natsuki talk? She's lazy. She's fucking lazy.
Yeah.
All right, Natsuki, explain Japanese 7-Eleven to us.
Okay, Japanese 7-Eleven, they have a lot of food. They have a lot of frozen food, hot food, sweets, ice creams, snacks, candies, like many kinds of foods. And then they taste good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got convenient stuff as well, like underwear or
Yeah.
White
a t-shirt.
Yeah.
You can get a button-up shirt, you can get a t-shirt, you can get underwear, and there's a reason for this.
Why?
It's for the salaryman who got fucking drunk as
Right.
shit in
Yeah.
Tokyo, and then the last train they missed, so they got to go to work the next day.
Right.
So this is how you do. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's just talk about food right now. Then we'll talk about how you do hangovers at 7-Eleven.
Okay.
So okay, when you say they got good food, what kind of food do they have?
And then Canadian reporter, posted on the Twitter, and he was eating the nikuman. How do you say that?
Nikuman's like a
Steamed-
meat
Buns?
rice. So, なんて言うっけ? Meat bun.
Meat bun.
Meat
Yeah.
bun.
Steamed meat bun.
Char siu bun is what they call it in
Char siu
Chinese,
bun.
right?
Yeah, I think it's steamed.
And then
Char siu bun.
also they eat like corn dog. Corn dog.
American dog.
American dog. Yeah, that's what we say. American dog.
A corn dog, yeah.
Corn dog.
But come on, we have corn dogs in America,
And
don't we?
fried chickens. And rice balls also.
Yeah, lots of onigiri, the rice balls.
Lots of balls.
Can we? Okay, let's talk about the rice balls just in itself. Okay, Japanese rice balls from the convenience store. They're not just a ball of rice, right? You've got spam on one. You've got what is it? Salmon, smoked salmon with mayonnaise. You got another one that's got some sort of like meat on it with cheese. And I mean, there's like 30 or 40 flavors.
Yeah, and then the Canadian reporter's favorite was shrimp mayonnaise, rice ball.
Yeah.
Right.
Ebi mayo.
So they used to be the ones that are wrapped in like nori, seaweed. But recently they've got kind of higher end ones as well, which have got different packaging.
Can you guys actually unpackage the nori wrapped ones?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm a retard, but like, yeah. So like these.
You go like up, down, and then side.
Right, that's it.
Actually, during the 2020 Olympics, so many foreigners were struggling with the onigiri packaging that 7-Eleven released an official video of how to open.
Can I watch it? I don't actually know.
Look, down from the top, and then round, and then side and side, right? Yeah.
Okay, so I've never been able to successfully. Look, she can't even fucking do it.
She's having trouble as well.
Dude, remember, every time you buy these, you're in a fucking hurry. So you're just like, come on, give me the food.
See?
Yeah, I'm just not.
It
no.
keeps the nori away from the
the
rice,
rice so it doesn't get wet.
sticky.
I understand why it's there. I just don't know how to use it.
Yeah, look at that. Terrible for the environment. But
Recently, the seaweed is also seasoning. I mean, they have taste as
Yeah.
tsukenori.
Okay, can we just point out that because they needed to make a video for that, I'm not by myself, okay? I'm obviously not that retarded. I'm just kind of a little retarded.
clearly I'm like superior convenience store user.
I think you probably are.
Yeah.
Did you surprise when first come to Kagoshima to fight? When you first come to Japan, did you surprise when
About
you
the
see?
convenience store?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I first came to Kagoshima, because I've been to Japan before that.
Right.
When I first came to Kagoshima, what I was surprised about is that Inaka, in the countryside where I first came from, basically it's like pitch black at nighttime because everything closes at 6 p.m. except for the convenience store.
Okay.
And so it's lit up very, very brightly. And so every insect for like miles
Right.
converges on that one convenience store.
Yeah.
So you have to fight your way through flying everything to get inside. And when you get inside, there's bugs inside. It's disgusting.
That's
It's really
true.
gross.
When I first came here, like I used to find the little Inaka, there were still the shops in like the countryside where the convenience stores hadn't come yet. So it was like a
Really?
little G-chan bar.
Did you come in the 1800s?
Yes, I came in the 1800s. There were little shops where, like, little, old couple were running it on their own, and they sold stamps and cigarettes and a couple of drinks and some
stamp
food as well.
cigarettes,
Yeah, you see them around sometimes still.
Right, still.
And I thought, yeah, support local business. Let's do this. So I went in, and I was like, what have you got to drink? And they had one warm can of Pocari Sweat, and that was it. So I was like, fuck this. I'm going to 7-Eleven. And that was the last time I used
Here in the city, there's this little convenience store in Shinyashiki that I used to live next to, and they're actually still alive. But when I was there, I would go there every day and get a bento, and at the time I was a smoker, so I get a can of coffee and a pack of cigarettes every single day. And like the ba-chan and ji-chan, the grandma and the grandpa that like ran the place, the ji-chan was like deaf. Mm-hmm. And so the bunch of them like, oh, oma, kite there. It's like every day they're like yelling at each other, and I'm like going in. They're like fighting with each other. But the grandma loved me, so every time I walked in there, she just changed her demeanor completely. She's like, "Irashaimase, kyou mo bento desu ka?" And I went there like right before Corona, and I was just like, I remember I just walked in, and like the old lady remembered me. She's got to be in her 90s by now, but yeah. I supported their local business as long as I lived there. They were really cool. It was actually a really cool experience.
Yeah.
The convenience store you're talking about is like not the 7-Eleven one, right?
No. It's
not like original. Their own
yeah,
one.
it's on the corner.
Yeah,
Mom and pop shop.
Yeah, mom and pop shop. I've been there, and I guess people there is alcoholic, don't they?
Probably. Shinyashiki is a little town in Kagoshima where all the yakuza live. I'm just gonna hit all the keywords today. Yakuza, prostitution, all the bad stuff happens there.
Yeah.
That's why right next to that town they built the giant Shuo-kei Satsubiru, which is like the giant central police station building. Yeah. It's like the eye of Saruman looking over at like Shinyashiki at all times, watching them to make sure that they don't do anything bad. I didn't know any of this before I moved there.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, sorry.
Because once I've been that shop, and then the store manager maybe was sitting there, and he was breathing from his forehead.
His wife probably hit him.
Oh my god.
The old guy, right?
Right.
Yeah, that dude, man. I don't know. He's like boketteru. He's like.
He was sleeping there.
What's the word for boketteru? Senile?
Like Alzheimer's or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
senile. He's like he checked out a long time ago, but his body's still here. And like so, his wife is always angry at him, and it's just like. It seems like if it was an anime or something like that, that would just be their characters. Like they'd always be fighting when he showed up.
Right.
But it was a cute little shop.
Yeah, but I was surprised to see, the guy is, breathing from his forehead.
Did you tell him like, hey, Ji-chan, chi ga deteru yo?
Yeah, but no, he was sleeping and
he was sleeping.
He was asleep.
And then I couldn't pay money. I was gonna buy something, some snacks, but because he was sleeping, I couldn't buy.
Just toss it in like that.
Is that how it works in England?
I left some money there and then took the product. Stuff to the home. Mm-hmm.
No, that place is like everybody in that whole like neighborhood knows them. But that doesn't really happen these days anymore. I think those are basically gone.
Yeah. I mean, convenience stores come in and like, they'll build opposite each other as well, right?
Yeah.
They'll saturate the area. So there's like one side of the road 7-Eleven, the other side of the road Family Mart, just down the road there's a Lawson. There's almost too many of them, but, they've all got their own products and their own fans as well for those products. So it somehow works.
So let's talk about it. So let's go Family Mart. What's your favorite product from Family Mart?
Family Mart.
Famichiki.
Chicken. Fried chicken.
I hear that's good. I've never bought it though.
No?
Really?
I'm not much of a Family Mart user. Don't really go there.
The two things that are good at Family Mart, in my opinion, are the chicken, the fried chicken, and then the coffee is good.
Oh, okay.
Because they have an espresso machine that makes the iced coffee. It's not drip, it's espresso.
Right, okay.
7-Eleven, what's your favorite thing from 7-Eleven?
I buy coffee a lot. And actually the lunch menu is quite good now. Good salads and stuff like that.
Oh, like the bento boxes and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. There's like some kind of lots of different varieties now. Like mozzarella salad or something like that. Or,
it's not that cheap, isn't it?
no, it's getting more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
My favorite thing from 7-Eleven is the ATM.
ATM, yeah. All powerful.
24 hours a day. Dude, guys, we'll do a complete another episode about how ATMs close in this stupid country. I mean, this amazing country. Natsuki, what do you like from 7-Eleven? Uh-oh.
Rice bowl?
She's gone.
No, I was thinking.
About the old man with the blood.
I was thinking about what do I buy from 7-Eleven. Yeah, maybe I buy some bento box.
Bento.
Mm-hmm. They taste good.
I don't know, like the pasta ones, like you enjoy it when you eat it, but then you regret it afterward. For whatever reason, whenever I eat convenience store food, I just feel like crap afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why did I eat that?
I mean, it is better than it used to be, significantly. But, it's not particularly healthy, I don't think.
Yeah, but it's easy. And
It's easy,
convenience stores everywhere.
How about Lawson? What do you buy at Lawson?
I don't really go to Lawson these days.
I just get beer That's it. They sell craft beer in some Lawson.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And
they've got
also-
craft beer down the one by me.
And wine as well.
They sell good sandwiches in Lawson. They make inside of there are some kitchens inside. There is
Some
a
of
kitchen.
them. Some of them. Eruchiki at Lawson is
Lawson.
pretty good, and Karage-kun is good. So chicken and chicken. Actually, Lawson has 7-Eleven does too, but the Lawson ones are easier to understand. They have like chilled or frozen like okazu, like little like when you go home and you're cooking, like little things you can pull off the shelf and just like microwave them and put them on a plate and then serve them for dinner.
Yeah.
So like little hamburger steak, like Salisbury steak with like cheese in the center of it, or like they'll have like like grilled fish that you just have to like nuke it, and then it's and then it's stuff like that. And then what else does Lawson have? That's about it. I don't really go to Lawson. I don't like it when you ask them to when you order a coffee in Lawson, they make it for you and then give it to you.
Yeah.
That's annoying because I have such a like ADHD on this or whatever, or like OCD or whatever it is. I hate it when people touch the rim of the cup and then hand it to you after they've been like handling cash and everything, and then they do this, and I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
So I don't really go to Lawson for coffee.
Yeah, 7-Eleven's the best for coffee, isn't it?
7-Eleven or Family Mart, yeah.
Yeah.
Circle K has like cinnamon in some locations. Like you can put, no, sorry, that's Family Mart. Family Mart, yeah, they have like cinnamon. You can just like put it in your coffee if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah.
They have good. But so I told you guys that I read an article, right? And then it said because Japanese convenience store is great. Why they don't have such a systems in other world? I mean other countries.
Other worlds.
So
Just take the Bifrost back to Asgard and make a
to the
7-Eleven.
other worlds. There's two reasons, right? I think one is what you said before: staff costs, because
Yeah,
you've got to
staff
pay
costs.
super low wage for really long hours.
You guys don't have like in Europe and stuff like that. You guys have like really strong labor laws, right? There's like a minimum. There's like a minimum wage floor.
But I mean, you can get minimum wage workers, but they're not going to do a good job. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's like just describe 7-Eleven in America.
Yeah, but the low wage workers in Japan do a good job because
Yeah.
there's some kind of like basic level of pride or shame, maybe, I don't know what it is.
But if we go to city convenience store, we don't see many Japanese people working there.
Yeah, recently Vietnamese people, Nepalese,
Indian, basically like the university students mostly.
Yeah. And the other interesting thing is those kids don't really want to lose to the Japanese employees, so they also try quite hard.
Yeah.
You don't really see many like foreign staff in convenience stores, even if they're not Japanese. They generally are pretty good.
Do you ever know what language to speak to them in?
No, always confusing.
Right?
Yeah. Because I start in Japanese, and then their Japanese is kind of a bit like wonky. So you're like, is that my change? And then they're just like, like they don't speak English or something. Or sometimes they speak English really well, but they insist on speaking Japanese.
There's a guy in the Family Mart near here, and I walk in. He's like, "Hey, sir." I'm like, I think he's from India or something. He's like, "Hey, sir." I'm like, "Please don't call me sir." Like that's like weird. I'm not that old yet, and like he just completely interacts with me in I think probably British English or something.
Right.
And I'm just really impressed with his English level. But then like he'll go to the next customer, and like it's like full on perfect Japanese.
Yeah. Well, community Japanese is like manual, isn't it? So it's
They're
like,
just repeating the set phrases.
Yeah.
If somebody call you sir, it makes you feel like you're old person.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Learning.
Well, because sir is like, I don't know, I would call like somebody's father sir. Or like a general sir. I'm like, dude, I'm just Mitch. Don't call me sir.
I am someone's father, and I wouldn't mind being a general. So it's all good with me. Call me sir.
Okay, let's talk about, we talked about the food that convenience stores sell, right? What other like basic, convenient amenities and things like that do they sell? Like, that's not food.
Toilet.
Toilet.
Oh, they have a toilet.
Yeah.
For free.
Not in Tokyo, though.
Oh, really?
Depends on when you're in Tokyo.
Not a lot of Roppongi. None.
None.
Oh, because they maybe throw up in the toilet?
Precisely. Yeah. So
I don't think I've ever heard somebody say throw up followed with precisely in my life before. Okay, sorry.
Throwing up generally isn't precise, that's why. It generally tends to be a spread. A shotgun. Instead of like a pinpoint sniper affair. I mean, you could do it if you had projectile vomit, but,
But getting back to the toilets.
have to aim, though.
It's about, if you're outside of the major cities, the convenience store toilets are actually pretty damn good. They're clean.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could eat your dinner off the floor of a Japanese toilet. You wouldn't want to, but you could.
Depending on which part you are in, yeah.
You would not want to do that in France.
You would not want to do that in America for the most part.
No.
Speaking of toilets, the best place, there's two places that if you have to take a crap in Japan, they're basically they're like shore things. One is outside of the city, like maybe on the suburbs or in the Inaka convenience store, for sure. And two is a pachinko parlor.
Because they make a lot of noise.
Because not only does it make a lot of noise on the inside so nobody can hear you doing your business, but also they have the cleanest, most luxurious toilets in all of Japan.
Really?
Absolutely. By far.
I've never done the pachinko parlor.
Yeah, so if you ever have to take a shit and you see a pachinko parlor, now this may not work if you're in like the what is it, the slums of Osaka or something like that. Maybe it's different there. But for the most part, pachinko parlors have very luxurious, very fancy toilets. And you don't have to worry about the smell because everybody's smoking inside. You don't have to worry about the sound because it's noisy as crap.
Who worries about the sound anyway? Like otohime. So it's like a little machine in the toilet that makes the sound of a waterfall. So
or it plays a song.
Or a song, so you can't be heard taking a shit.
So even guys' toilets, you have
Recently there are.
Oh, okay.
In airports
Before
and
there
stuff.
wasn't. Before there wasn't.
Yeah, so I got in the toilet and it starts making this waterfall noise. And it sounds to me then, I think, wait a minute, everybody's going to think I'm somehow embarrassed about taking a shit. So to counter that, I just start making more noise. Like an,
Is that the mentality? Because like I was at a toilet like I don't know like a couple years back, and the dude next to me was doing that, but he was like the old Japanese guy.
Yeah, I respect that. I'm like, good on you, man. Get it all out. Yeah.
Otohime means sound princess, right?
Yeah.
Sound princess.
Or like the sound for a princess, right? So I guess that's probably why
If it
Alex
was
is against
like
it.
adventure music or something, like I wouldn't mind, like a manly kind of like, you know, welcome to the world of shit. Or something, I don't know. But it's not, is it? It's just like it's a bit too girly.
Well, they have music. They have the rushing water with the chirping of birds in the background.
So otohime is the Japanese only things.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, Lutsky, but your country, this country, you guys are on the forefront of toilet technology.
Yeah.
See, running water and birds chirping. Where are you taking a shit in this? Imagine it's just in a river. You know what I mean? Outside.
I hope you're upstream from some very important place.
Is that what it is? I don't get it, man.
When you hear rushing water, don't you need to pee? I feel like I have to pee every time I hear like.
Yeah, maybe that's the idea, to make you speed up.
Yeah.
You know, get out.
So there's what is there? There's they play music. There's the rushing water with birds chirping in the background. There's like bamboo flute like music. Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard that one.
And then there's another one that I forgot what it was. I used to have one of these really expensive toys, and they had like 9 of these, and I would just like play with them while I was like doing my business. Yeah, Japanese toilets are amazing, guys. We'll do an entire episode about that, but yeah, they're pretty. Do you guys use the washlets in like public toilets? I feel it's so weird.
No, I don't.
You shouldn't.
I just feel it's so weird.
Yeah, it's dirty.
Right?
I guess.
We'll get into that some other episode.
But convenience stores toilets are like a beacon of hope. If you're in a different city and you kind of caught short, you see the sign and you're like, yes, come on.
Linus from Linus Tech Tips talked about this in one of his episodes or a podcast or something. He's like, I was in Japan and I had to go, and I went in a convenience store and it was just like the most amazing experience I ever had. So yes, it is.
You can do all your stuff. You can take a dump. You can go to the bank. You can get some food.
Yeah.
You can copy
buy a shirt. You can copy stuff.
You can not only copy shit, but you can like pull shit down from the cloud and print stuff.
Yeah.
You can. What else is there? There's tons of stuff like as far as like products goes. Like there's shampoo, there's like soap, there's like laundry detergent, but not like, I feel like American convenience stores always get this wrong. They get like off-branded stuff that nobody wants and it just sits there for like years. And then when you come and you look at it, it's like got like caked on dust on the top. The Japanese convenience store always has the stuff that you actually want.
But that's, I think, the reason why it's so successful, again, not just because of the labor cost, is that kind of Shin Hatsubai, like new product mentality. So every year they're coming out with something new.
Yeah.
Every season they're coming out with something new. And that doesn't happen in the West, that short marketing cycle.
Yeah.
I mean, in Japan, it's super short.
It's the definition of fast fashion, right?
Yeah.
They like product design and put it. Well, some industries do that, right? What is it called when you send a present to somebody in the summertime?
Ochugen.
Ochugen. You can do that from 7-Eleven. They have the catalog. Yeah.
They can receive the package for,
And you can do cash on delivery, which is still a thing in this country, in 7-Eleven and Family Mart and stuff like that.
Oh, that's what cash on delivery.
COD.
But running a convenience store is really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard work because it's so competitive.
Yeah.
And the margins are very tight as well because the corporation takes a share of it. It's a franchise basically, right?
A lot of them are, especially 7-Elevens are franchises.
Yeah. So our company runs several of them.
Yeah.
But, just to see what they have to do to keep people coming in and keep a profit, it's a lot of work.
And
But
7-Eleven is also not 7-Eleven, right? It's 24 hours open.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, originally in America, it was open from 7 until 11 p.m., and that's why it's called 7-Eleven. But then it quickly became, 24 hours a day.
And then the owners, the 7-Eleven owners sued the head company.
You're talking about the case in Osaka, and this convenience store owner, 7-Eleven store owner, has said, we can't, one, there's nobody who will work the night shifts, and two, there's no customers, so can we just stop being open for, I think it was Kansai, just double check that for me, Josh, but can we just close the store? So they started closing the store, and then they lost the franchise. And I'm pretty sure that's also the one that they built another 7-Eleven right in front of his 7-Eleven to like basically give him the big middle finger.
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, they built a 7-Eleven in his parking lot, basically.
Didn't Ray Kroc do that with McDonald's? He did something similar like that. Built a McDonald's next to another McDonald's that was failing and squashed it like that. I'm sure I saw a story about
Sounds good.
I'm pretty sure it's that they built a McDonald's next to the original McDonald's
That's
to
it,
put
yeah.
them out of business.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, because they lost. Well, you guys can watch that. It's on Netflix. It's called The Founders.
Yeah.
It's a really.
That was good, actually.
It's a
I
good
enjoyed it.
movie, but it made me sad watching it.
Yeah.
Are there-
Corporations.
Are there 24 hours open store in England?
I don't know about now. Supermarkets were open 24 hours for a bit.
Oh, okay.
So I think some of them still are, but we don't really have the smaller convenience store type places.
What do you guys do for liquor laws? Like in some parts of Europe, especially the Nordic countries, like you can only buy liquor from certain places and stuff.
I hate that. It's so annoying.
In
Canada
England,
as well is like that, right?
In Canada, it depends on where you are. Utah is like that.
Right.
But in most places in America, especially where I'm from, Vegas, they're like alcohol. There you go.
So I was in Vancouver and I was like in a supermarket and I was walking around with a trolley or whatever and went up to the guy and I was like, where is your alcohol? And he was like, we don't sell it here. And I was like, what? It's a supermarket.
Yeah.
But apparently you have to go to a liquor store.
Yeah.
Why is it happen? The low?
Puritans. I don't
Mm.
know. It's stupid. It depends on where you are. There's laws around alcohol. But
So I don't get that because like in a supermarket, there's other stuff to buy, right?
Yeah.
So at least you can dilute the alcohol experience.
in
in
a liquor store, there's
liquor store, it's just all alcohol. It's like
and like okay, so in Japan, for example, you can buy any type of alcohol from basically any store, and then you can also drink in public.
Yeah.
Which in a lot of countries out there, like drinking in public is against the law.
Right.
That's true.
Right. Once, Thai people were traveling in Kagoshima, and I was drinking in the public with them, and then they were surprised to see me.
Like, can you do this outside? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I think in a lot of places in the world, I think public drunkenness was a problem, and in Japan, it can be a problem, but for the most part, it's contained.
Well, they've always had this, like Francisco Xavier, when he came here in like the 1500s, he wrote in his diary that Japanese people get drunk and lie down. Like they don't fight with each other. They just lie on tatami. And
You guys fight each other.
English people fight a lot.
You guys
yeah.
get into pub fights all the time, then
Yeah,
hug
yeah.
each other and then buy like drinks for each other afterwards.
Yeah.
Why?
Why do they fight? Yeah.
I don't know. There's always an edge of tension going out drinking in the UK. Like, you don't know if you're going to get in a fight or not.
I think it's all the testosterone or something.
It's not nice. I didn't like it. But, there's a lot of people who scrap. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just have a bit too much to drink and get a bit rowdy,
But a lot of Japanese guys get too drunk. Like when we're out, and they just do this. They just fall asleep like
Right.
this. In place.
Yeah,
If you switch them on, though, the wrong way, they will go nuts as well.
Yeah,
you
but
do see
dude,
that.
it takes so much to get to that point.
Yeah, that's true.
In other parts of the world, you just like walk in front of the guy the wrong way. They're like, "What are you doing, guy? Like, what do you you want to fight?" It's like, "I was just walking. What do you want?" Like,
Yeah. So it's harder in Japan to get into trouble, but it does happen.
Yeah,
it's
but
not-
don't go to sleep when you get drunk because somebody steal your wallet or cell phone while you
Less so in
worship.
this country than other countries, but still, it's a problem.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be that drunk in public anyway.
Right.
Yeah, if you can't go home on autopilot, you should probably stop.
Yeah,
Drinking.
or get into a cab.
Get in a cab, yeah.
So let's talk about this. So if you're in Tokyo, you miss the last train, and you're like totally screwed, and you have to like sleep in a park. People have done this. You can still go to work the next day because you go to the convenience store, you get a white shirt, new underwear. I don't know why you need the new underwear, but you get the new underwear.
Shit yourself.
Actually, Josh, for a while here, can you tell us your underwear story?
when I was going to the gym, I would often forget my underwear. So I would go to the gym, work out, and then I'd go take a shower, and then I would just have like my sweaty underwear left over. So I have, I think, maybe 7 pairs of 7-Eleven underwear.
Wait a minute. So you bought them on the way to the gym?
No. I bought them like after I showered.
So
at
he
the
would
gym.
like commando to 7-Eleven and then get the underwear.
And then I'd go to work, and then I'd put my underwear on.
Also,
Right,
you change your underwear at your work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Change into his underwear.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Well,
Change into.
at least you'd be fresh.
7-Eleven fresh.
7-Eleven fresh.
And I
pants.
feel because of the sales bump that Josh gave that 7-Eleven, they're like, we should invest more in underwear.
Mind you, I did spill coffee all over myself in Tokyo before a meeting once. And
Yeah.
I went and bought a shirt from the convenience store. That worked out. That was really useful.
The only problem is if you buy a shirt from 7-Eleven, it's going to have the packaging creases in it. So
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
so you
do
got the
is,
lines, yeah.
so what you do is, not speaking from experience, but you get a 7-Eleven shirt, you walk over to a cleaners,
Mm-hmm.
and you say, "Can you press this really quick?" And then press it for you, and then your good's gold.
Hey,
yeah.
I didn't know
So
that.
that's how you start your day.
Hey.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry about it because they're always going to have like the creases in from the packaging. So
So from here down, you look amazing. But
Yeah.
from here up, you've got a terrible hangover face.
no, because you can get but you can still get like the what is it called, the deodorant wipes. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
basically a shower.
Yeah.
And then you can get like hair products, so you can take care of that. You can do everything. You can get like the little tube with the toothpaste and the toothbrush in it at 7-Eleven. So and they have a sink where you can get. You know, you can also do this on the Shinkansen on the bullet train. They have like a sink and like a shaving area that you can like. I totally did this. And the toilets on the Shinkansen, by the way, very good. Thank you very much, JR. So you can get up in some like let's call it Osaka, 'cause not speaking from experience here, and let's say that you needed to be on TV hours later, you could just take the Shinkansen, change and do your like shit shave and like wipey down shower, and then get to where you need to go and be on live TV hours later.
Oh.
Wow, that almost sounds like it really happened.
Almost. And then the scariest part of when this fictitious like imaginary story was happening, I opened up my K-Tide and looked at the Google Maps. And it was supposed to be going south on the bullet train, but like it was going north, and I completely freaked out. I was like, "What the fuck? What am I doing?" And then I zoomed out, and Japan was upside down. Like my map had been rotated. I was like, "Oh God, thanks so much." If that happened,
What I would like to see is if somebody tried to live in a convenience store for like a week and
Oh,
just put the results on YouTube.
or off of,
Or next to, maybe in the car park, in a tent or something.
you could probably do that.
Yeah.
Get a little K van, put a little like sleeping bag in the back. Probably work.
Just one convenience store, though. You're not allowed to go anywhere else.
You know, it would probably be even better if you had like a salary man, and then like you put him in a little K van next to in the parking lot, and then you have to like quiz his coworkers and find out when they notice how long it takes them to figure out there's something different about his life.
Yeah.
All right, let's close down this episode with last comments on convenience stores. Natsuki, what is your favorite part of a Japanese convenience store?
What is? It's a natural thing, so I cannot find my. It's a natural thing. I cannot find my favorite thing there, but their food is good and it's easy. It's my part of my life.
It's part of your life.
Yeah.
Alex.
Just not having to wait for anything. So if you go to the supermarket, you get in the supermarket, so you have to go around the place, you have to queue up, you have to get your basket or whatever.
Right.
They've got all the same stuff, basically, but all just condensed into a super rapid spot, and there's so many of them to go to. Yeah. So it's just the convenience of the convenience store.
Of the
That's what I-
kombini.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of the convenience store is their magical trash can. That if you have something and you're not really sure how to throw it away,
Or like a TV.
well, that's not gonna fit in their trash can. But everything else, like if you're like, I don't really, you guys figure this out. Just kidding, guys. Don't do that. That's wrong. That's why the trash cans are disappearing from
Yeah.
supermarkets.
Yeah.
It's
they're
inside the store.
inside.
Yeah.
With a picture of your face on the door.
I don't actually do this, but when I'm driving, if I have a rental car, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
right before I go and return the rental car, like
Empty
I'll
everything.
Yeah, I'll go to this 7-Eleven or Lawson or something and put it all in the trash, and then thank you guys. And sometimes if I use their toilet or their trash cans, I feel bad, so I have to buy something.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So I get like a $1 can of coffee or something. I'm like, we're square. All right, guys, that's been today's episode. If you like today's episode, if you like Natsuki talking more,
I will.
leave us a comment below. Hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to never miss an episode. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.